Nathan Zagura here with Brown's second-round pick quarterback DeShone Kizer. DeShone, welcome back to Berea.
Yeah, glad to be here, man.
So what's it like now? Obviously the draft's a whirlwind. Kind of what's it been like from that moment before you came back here today?
Just as much of a whirlwind. You know, the first thing that Coach Lee and Coach Jackson did was hand me a playbook, so I've been kind of diving into that and trying to learn as much as I can and truly make this game of football my job.
How do you feel your command of that playbook is right now?
I think it's pretty good. It was not as bad of a transition as I thought it was going to be, but now there's definitely some room for improvement in terms of the communication of that playbook to my teammates and being a guy who can, command a huddle from a system in which I never huddled before.
So what was it like for the first walkthrough? Was it what you expected? How did it go?
It wasn't necessarily as smooth as I expected. Once again, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement in terms of understanding the plays and being able to communicate them precisely. Once again, the hand signals that you get in college are completely a different situation and process than it is here when you get that play from coach and have to go out there and recite it to the guys.
Was it great to be out there with your teammates, though, for the first time and kind of have that opportunity as the quarterback to lead them into the huddle and lead them through the plays?
Absolutely. I think that this draft class has already created some camaraderie and some chemistry that's awesome. David and I have become pretty good friends. Miles and Jabril and Larry and all those guys, we've been around each other for the last couple of weeks and been in a group chat, so it was cool to actually go out there and compete with those guys, knowing that they're some of the best guys in the country.
I noticed you and David had a little chemistry out there in the walkthrough. There was one ball you threw up there, and he just went up there with one hand. I was just like, give me that. Was that nice to see as a quarterback? No, you could just put it around that big target?
Oh, absolutely. The guy's, 6'5", 250 pounds, just snagging balls out of the air. Knowing that guy's out there, trying to catch balls and chase them down for you makes you a little more comfortable throwing it as well.
What do you think about this offense suits your skill set so well?
I think that the responsibility that's given to a quarterback is one that's, I think, second to none. And as a guy who prides himself on being an intellect and a guy who prides himself on understanding defense as well, I think it puts me in a good position to go out there and control and try to do whatever I can to get us into the right play and hopefully have some success.
How excited are you to actually get to go against the defense this afternoon and actually just throw the ball around there? I know there are no pads on or anything like that, but just to actually get out there and go compete again.
It's been a while. I've been competing with nothing but myself and some cameras for the last 3 months. To actually go out there and compete and have a playbook and have a mission in front of me is going to be fun.
Talk to me about this draft process for you, because there are a lot of people that thought you were the best quarterback in this draft. And there were a lot of people that, after all the football had been played, had you as the top quarterback in this draft. And then something in the process went through and suddenly you were dropping, and then there you go to number 52. What was that like for you, just going through that? Because you can only control what you can control, and quite frankly, you'd played all the football you could play at that point.
Exactly. I think you hit it spot on. I can only control what I can control. People's opinions of me are their opinions. I just try to go out and portray myself as the guy I know I am. A lot of the film to talk for themselves and see where it landed me. And obviously, I believe that has landed me in the best position possible to be able to work with guys like Coach Lee and Coach Jackson at the quarterback position is going to be something that allows me to develop quickly and understand the game where I need to.
Does it put a little bit of a chip on your shoulder?
I believe it will one day, but as of now, I'm so focused on the only chip that I can have on my shoulder is how fast can I learn this playbook. You can't even worry about playing and trying to compete until you know the game.
How's it been working with David Lee so far?
It's been awesome. He pushes you. He's a guy who prides himself on developing quarterbacks. He's had some great names in the past who've developed into some superstars. So if I can continue to learn from him and continue to have open ears, hopefully I can learn half of what some of those other guys have learned.
And we all know Hugh likes to be hands-on with his quarterbacks. What's it been like with Hugh Jackson so far?
It's been awesome. Coach Jackson is a guy who is going to be in every meeting room, and to have the relationship that we're going to be able to create is going to be awesome. He's calling the plays. He's the one who's developing you. He's the one who's developing the whole team in a sense. So to have that player to coach relationship and quarterback to head coach relationship is something that would be valuable in the future.
I think everybody knows about your physical gifts. Would you say your goal this afternoon is to show them, look, mentally, I can get in the huddle, I can get these plays out, get everybody lined up, and execute the offense the way it's supposed to be done?
Absolutely. I think that's the biggest goal. That's the step one of this whole process is being able to understand and recite that offense. So if I can go out there and prove that, hopefully the good balls and the touchdowns will come after that.
What's it like to know that you're playing professional football in Ohio, where you grew up, and that it's real? Here you are wearing the gear, putting on the uniform. What was it like when you put that on for the first time?
Surreal. You can imagine this as much as you want, but until you're here, you really can't prepare yourself for it. So now to be here and to make this my job is definitely a surreal moment.
It's kind of feel like it's destiny at this point? Like this was the way that it was supposed to go?
100%, 100%. You know, me falling into the position I fell into, me being in the Cleveland Brown, me being a part of an organization that is looking to build and getting back to winning, I think it was all destiny. Hopefully I can go out there and contribute to that winning.
And we all certainly hope so as well. Excited to see you out there this afternoon in your first practice, and welcome to the Browns.
Thank you very much.